Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance as always, my sweets, okay? So let's go ahead and dive into this, okay? And I was getting, okay, Shell, first off, listen closely. There is a message here, a deep message, obviously. There's a message of truth here for sure, because on the back of the, ooh, it's going to be a tower moment. We have a tower moment that's going to bring about a brand new path for you, okay? That's going to help you leave behind a lot of very sad or morose or this feeling of lack from your past, okay? So you're going to be moving beyond past that, all right? It is going to be a tower moment, but it is going to be a divine truth. So either somebody has just had a tower moment where the divine truth has come out, and I definitely, like the death card, you guys, just kept, because I kept getting this white horse, white horse, white horse. I keep getting that over the past, like yesterday and today, I keep getting that message of a white horse. And yesterday when I was doing readings, like the Knight of Cups and also the Six of Wands in that deck came out, and it had this rider on this white horse, and I kept feeling that energy still today. And when I kept picking up the deck and shuffling it, the death card just kept popping up and popping up. I kept cutting on it and cutting on it and cutting on it. It kept ending up on the back of the deck. So there is this big death energy around, okay? A big transformational energy, the dawn of a new day. I'm getting that energy definitely, okay? So that dawn of the new day, that, what is it? 1819, I think it is 1819, or yeah, I think it's 1819. Yeah, I'm hearing rejection is protection as well. Some of you right now might be going through a Kundalini awakening, okay? Where it's definitely like this big death energy, where it's like things that were the way they were in the past will no longer be, right? And definitely here with this new pathways energy, with that two of wands energy, with this 222 energy here, okay? New path, the beginnings of a new cycle, divine lover, soulmate, twin flame energy as well. So let's get into it. Black cat protection. So definitely there's a lot of protective energy around you. I'm getting like Queen of Wands energy. Some of you might have a kind of a spirit guide that shows up in Queen of Wands energy or King of Wands energy around you, or you might be activating that energy within you. Okay. Ooh. Okay, as I say that, morning dove, loved ones are watching over you from the other side. So absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Some of you might have a connection with Archangel Gabriel. You might have a connection with Archangel Ezekiel. And the 222 card came right back out again, as well as 4572. Relationships and hobbies. Inaction does not equal patience. Stop waiting on the perfect time. It doesn't exist. Do something now before your time passes. Stop wasting yourself. Okay, so wow. Just straight up. For a lot of you, I'm getting that this is around a relationship. You could be feeling like you're waiting for a particular relationship to come about. And Spirit is saying, like, don't wait. Don't wait. Go ahead. Get out there. Cardinal. Deep soul connection, union. Yeah, some of you are really, Spirit is saying you're waiting too long. Okay, Archangel Michael is here also as well. Okay, listen closely. He has a message for you. Okay, 1819, there it is. Okay. 1819, the dawn of a new age. You are taking your first steps down your soul's true path. You are a light worker sent here to heal Earth and its people. So you have this divine path coming forward, and this death energy that you are experiencing in your past is coming back up now to kind of push you onto the right path, or push you onto like your destined path. You're onto your destiny, and Spirit is saying, you know, like, unbind yourself. But this 1643 is really standing out to me. Breaking negative family bonds, let go of the past. Your future is bright and filled with love. Angels are sending you abundance. So absolutely. You could also be working really closely with Archangel Raphael as well. Okay, 88 is really standing out to me. Okay. So you could be seeing 88s a lot, okay? That's about karma. So I definitely feel like you're breaking away from karmic cycles, especially dealing with your family, especially dealing with breaking, you know, generational toxic mindsets, or breaking away. Yeah, there's a lot of hidden potential. I'm really, okay, this got really deep. I really feel like there's this hidden potential laying like inside of you, inside of your DNA, inside of your family, that you being born into this family is really kind of like bringing back up to the surface. So you could kind of feel 444, you're very divinely protected, by the way, through this. This is being very divinely orchestrated for sure. You could definitely feel like, yeah, you could receive messages through your crown chakra. You could have felt like you, yeah, it's giving me this air of like importance. Yeah, and spirit is here helping you through this five or 555, this really great time of shifting and changing, and they're helping bring this gray string, this transformation. Okay? Wow. Yeah. I definitely feel like you're breaking away from the past. And again, look, as soon as I started talking about that, I'm going to go ahead and pull this, right? With that breaking negative family bonds. I definitely feel like you are breaking and freeing yourself, especially with this 1819, with this dawn of a new age, right? Like you're walking down your true path. You're a light worker. That's why you were born into this, that's why we're in this. A lot of you might be breaking out of a kind of karmic life and death cycle that you have been trying to break out of for several generations, that your family has been trying to break out of for generations, or that you personally on a soul level have been trying to break out of for several past iterations of yourself, is what I'm hearing. So you yourself could really be trying to break away from these negative cycles and go through this purification, right? This purification of your energy, leaving behind. Some of you might have felt very much so like, okay, I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, definitely with this, you have loved ones watching over you, as well as like spirit guides, passed over loved ones, things like that, as well from the past generations as well. And also past generations of your soul family, of people that were family in past lives, which is why they're soul family now, as well as your current family now. I really feel like it's very possible that you could be being reborn into a family that you possibly could have been a member of in like many generations ago, and you're kind of like this rebirth of this energy into this family line, into this bloodline. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be a reading for everybody, but I mean, in general, some of the details, but in general, we're all in this karmic, if you believe in this karmic cycle being born over and over and over again, until we can learn these so that we can learn these deep soul lessons from our friends and our family here, right? Definitely. And then again, with this crow energy, with this message and protection and this black cat. So you are heavily protected on this because, which you don't need to doubt that. If you have ever doubted, and I definitely feel like there could be this fear or this doubt energy because maybe perhaps you did not feel protected in the 3D. Maybe you grew up in a very, trigger warning, maybe you grew up in a very tumultuous family, or you might have felt like you were either like attacked, like physically or spiritually or emotionally. If you weren't attacked physically, you could have felt very ridiculed and very torn apart. You could have felt very belittled. You could have had a lot of people, specifically in your family members. So it's kind of this feeling of those who should have been protecting me did not protect me. And so it's given you this kind of karma to overcome in this lifetime of, it's okay, I am safe, I am protected. There is this greater energy here. There is this greater, there is this greater, I am not, okay, the spirit wants to say it this way. I am not just my past. I am not just, that child that could not protect themselves, or that could not, live up to their potential. I do not have to continue to carry that for the rest of my life. I can let go. I can move beyond. And there is this big feeling of, this behavior is exactly what you are breaking out of, these negative family bonds. Okay, you could have come from, and you could observe this, that you're kind of the black sheep, or you're kind of the different one, because you might have observed, let's say something, like a particular talent, or a particular, maybe everybody in your family, has these talents or has these gifts, and they don't have to be specifically spiritual gifts, but it's like, maybe it's like everybody in your family is really musical, or a lot of people in your family are really creative, but they never, but they're just like, but that's just a dream, but that's just, I keep it on the back burner, but I just make music just for myself, I just do that. They don't take it to the next level. They don't make a career out of it. They don't follow their dreams. They don't, and then for some of you, it is really specifically about spiritual gifts. You've had a lot of people in your family that have these spiritual gifts. However, they've either never woke up from their ego, or they never, they never went ahead and pursued it. They never accepted that part of themselves. Maybe perhaps it was even passed down in your family to be ashamed of it, or whether or not, that's through more traditional religious means or something like that. Like, no, we don't do that. No, that's not okay. No, that's kind of whatever it is for you, right? But Spirit is saying that it's time, especially for this bloodline, to have something that happened in the past be kind of rectified or be changed, or you could have had an ancestor in the past that very much so was like, I'm never going to use my gifts again. I'm never going to teach my children. I'm never going to let my children or their children embrace these gifts because of possibly something that happened to them or something that happened in their lifetime, and it passed down this kind of shame, or this kind of like not living up to your full potential of the gifts that you were really, the God-given or the Spirit-given, like the natural talents and gifts that you were given. And so it's kind of this energy of you being reborn into this family, or you being born into this family to kind of uplift, to change, to break away from whatever these negative family bonds are. And again, wow, look at that. Again, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the swan and this. So don't ever feel like that you're alone. Your earth family might make you feel like you're alone, but you are not. You are very guided, very protected, and you have a very sacred mission here, like we all do. We all have a very sacred and important mission here, especially here. Archangel Gabriel, that's reminding me of the Judgment card, okay? Yeah, messenger, you are being divinely guided. Listen closely to the messages. Yeah, exactly. And that lantern in the night is reminding me of the Hermit card, of you going inside and really finding something inside of yourself as well, like a light that shines from within you. Again, more light worker energy with that. Yeah, so you've had this awakening, you've discovered this truth about yourself or about your family, and you are here going on this journey, right? You are going through this transformational energy. You are having this brand new passionate beginning, being reborn, this kind of drive. It's coming forward as a drive. Like, it might be something that you don't even realize, something that you are being just subconsciously really driven towards. Like, I need to do this, I need to go to this place, or I need to learn this, or I need to do that. Follow that, because that is going to be there. Again, is the white horse again. It is going to be leading you. And it's really giving me more of like a creative activity, or a drive, a passion, a location that you've always been really passionate about, or like a place, or like an activity, or something that you've always just been so drawn to. And it's because it's part of your, it's part of your destiny. And it might be something that takes a little bit of time to work to, but you will get there. You will get there. You might be suffering from some kind of confusion, some kind of leftover confusion or cloudy energy from that tower falling, but from the cloud will emerge that brand new. Oh my God, look at all the aces. Have you guys seen that? The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, all this like brand new beginning energy coming out here for you. So out of that cloud of confusion, when you allow yourself to rest, rejuvenate, to heal, you could be going through a really big period of healing right now, which is why you might feel this kind of stillness, or this hangman energy, or this kind of like slow stay, stillness, meditation, healing, self-love, fulfillment kind of journey. And then once you get this kind of rejuvenation of your energy is back up, that's when everything is just gonna boom. It's just gonna take off, and that's when you're really gonna be able to use this idea and really put it into work, and pack your bags and do what you need to do, right? Because the Page of Wands can also be a person that gets news and then goes on a journey, right, towards their wish fulfillment. And again, the Fool going on that brand new journey, starting at that zero, starting at this rebirth energy, this dawn of this new day, of this new journey. The rest of your life is going to be nothing. I just saw the Sun card. Is going to be nothing like the beginning of your life. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Like, the rest of your life is going to be like nothing you've ever experienced before in the past, or in this lifetime in the past, right? But you had to work through this karma. You had to work through these lessons. You had to figure out where you were going and what you were doing, and everything that you've gone through in the past at some point in your life, that doesn't mean when I say things like that, I don't want ever people to think like when terrible things happen to you, well, it's okay that terrible things happen to you because, it showed you a lesson in the end. I'm not trying to sound insensitive of that, because there are some things in life that we should have never had to experience. You should have never had to have dealt with that. But it did happen. Unfortunately, it did happen. And there will be some time in the future where you're like, some of the things that you went through, there might always be some things that you experience that you're like, did I really have to go through that? And probably not, because there's always other people's choices, right? Which we cannot control. We cannot ever control how somebody else is going to choose to do things or say things that will affect us, in the negative. But Spirit is saying that you don't have to be scared of the past coming back anymore. You don't have to be scared of what used to be. That is kind of, that part of your life is over. You dealing with those and you facing that is over with, is what Spirit is saying. So now you are being able to look on, but you are having a hard time kind of recognizing that or seeing that. But this brand new beginning, it's coming. And it's so strong. And it's going to hit like a big, huge tower moment. Yeah. King of Pentacles is also going to come with so much stability and so much reliability. You're going to see yourself as so much stronger, so much more reliable, so much more stable. So the instability that you dealt with in the past is not going to be there in the future. You are going to have this incredibly stable, prosperous, ambitious, and whatever that looks like for you, because it's going to look different for everybody, but whatever is going to give you that sense of stability and safety and understanding. And yeah, it's going to be quite it's going to be quite prosperous, is what Spirit wants to say. I do think that there is definitely some abundance energy here, specifically around money, where it's like you're going to feel a lot more safe, and a lot, because Spirit wants you to be able to have that safe stability so that you can expand beyond that. And we really can't until we have that safe space, until we know, okay, I have a place to lay my head, I have food, I feel safe in my space, and I feel like I can expand, like I can grow, like, okay, my basic needs are met. My basic needs are met. So this is a good stable platform for me to jump off of and expand off of. You will be finding that safety, that security that you're looking for, so that this deeper healing can happen for you. Yeah. And yes, that will involve, people, friendships, business partnerships, things like that coming into your life. But there was a lot of lessons that you had to learn here in the past, especially around protecting your abundance and protecting your space and your energy and who you shared that energy with. Being very decisive about who you shared that inner world with you. Who you shared that with, who you shared this part of yourself with, and giving yourself enough safe space to be reborn as this person, right? And there's that black cat energy, that protection energy. Yeah. Wow, that's like almost all the queens, just like back to back to back. I'm surprised the Empress hasn't showed themselves. But with this Queen of Cups energy as well. Yeah. Yeah, because there were some things that were kind of mysterious to you. There were some things that were kind of hidden from you that needed to come up to the surface. A lot of karma, and I feel like there was some karma that's like that you were like, I don't even understand why I'm having to deal with this. I really feel like it was left over from past lives. Yeah, particularly around relationships, around trusting people, having trust in relationships, maybe rushing too quickly into relationships. Okay. Oh, yeah. And having a lot of people that were very sneaky and that actually ended up bringing a lot of this kind of yeah, it's this feeling of can I trust? Can I trust? Because it's like, oh, every time I trust somebody, they end up stabbing me in the back, or they end up abandoning me, or they end up, yeah. It is about developing this sense of safety and security, and giving yourself the next phase. Um, this phase that you have been going through is about realizing those things, doing that shadow work, facing those things about yourself, and I do feel like it's issuing in this feeling of peace and rest, because now because there are some things, some shadow work that you still have to do that are hidden, but the sense of safety and peace needs to find you first. And definitely peace and camaraderie, feeling really safe and feeling really secure with like the friends, the family, the groups, the partners that you have around you, feeling really safe and secure around those people, is definitely going to help lift a lot of that kind of fog, or that kind of, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's also reminding me with the moon card, and that's coming out with this like illusion energy, the illusion of something that was at a distance from you, waiting, again with this waiting energy, being indecisive and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's more about you going out there and creating this space for yourself, and also still having the open heart and open mind to accept and allow people into your life, and just learn how to discern better, learn how to discern who's for you, who's not, who deserves your time or your energy or your effort, and who doesn't, finding that balance inside of your life, bringing that justice to yourself, and realizing that there's never going to be a lack of people who will try to come into your life and use you or abuse you, but it's all about you having those boundaries and setting up and not giving, because you might have been the type of person that's like, geez, like, like, do I always have to have these such hard boundaries up around everybody in my life? I want to be able to be kind and be soft and be open and be, I want to be able to have that person that I can feel safe with. But it's about learning to give yourself the time and putting forth the effort, and to not be scared to go, no, this person isn't for me. Okay. No, this person isn't for me. Okay. And if that means I have to stay single, or if that means I have to be, I have to do this part of the journey like solo dolo, or it's just me, there is this sense of finding that safety and that security inside of yourself. And then it's going to be a lot easier to attract and to understand your worth as well. Yeah, this is a lot about your heart chakra and you bringing yourself justice, especially in the realm of love and friendship and partnerships. And there's that judgment card, having that judgment. Um, okay, the lovers having that judgment over who really deserves you, and then finding that match, right? That King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, finding that person that is really able to really match that energy. But that energy needs to manifest inside you first. Interesting. Yeah. You had a lot of karmic lessons here to learn about love, but the next part of your journey that's really coming in, um, is really about you. It is less focusing on them and focusing on who they are, and more focusing on who you are. Put more energy into yourself and developing who you are, and then you don't have to worry so much about who they are. It will become very apparent to you. But I definitely feel like you did have to go through kind of this rough phase, dealing with this issues with relationships and partnerships and people that you can trust, and relationships in the sense of not only, you know, but, friends, family, lovers, all of it, and you have been through it, right? And you have been through it. But there is this changeover. There's this change happening inside of you, whether you can really see it or you can't. You definitely, I think, can definitely be feeling it inside of you, and knowing that something different, you kind of feel different. And I feel like there's been a lot of things happening lately to kind of plant these new seeds of self-confidence, of self-love, of understanding, you know, all of these kind of bigger lessons, of reflecting on the past and understanding and seeing like, okay, seeing the role that you played, right? Because at some point in our awakening process, we do have to understand and look back and reflect and understand that there was something inside of us that also attracted those people to us, because we needed to learn those self-love lessons from them, which is why those people, we attracted those people into our lives. And unfortunately, a lot for you, I'm saying that for a lot of those people, they chose to teach you those lessons in the form of really hurting you, of betraying you, of cheating on you, of misusing your trust, or abusing you in some type of way or another, whether or not it be for love or for attention or for money or whatever it was, right? And it did create these kind of trust issues that you have been having to learn through, and been having to persevere through, and been having to learn those lessons through. Especially, I feel like a lot of you, like I'm saying, like a lot of your karmic lessons that you have been going through have been through and around your relationship to people, and how you in the past have defined yourself and who you see yourself by how other people have treated you. Like, oh, well, you know, my mom and my dad treated me like crap, and my parents, my parents treated me like crap, and then, you know, my relationships treated me like crap, and then my friendships ended up treating me like crap. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. You know, maybe perhaps you had some relationships, but it's really through a really rough time through relationships. I'm really getting, especially romantic relationships, and not really echoing the kind of energy that you had earlier on in life, whether or not that be from your parents or from whoever was your caregivers, or from teachers, nannies, whatever, however it goes down for you, right? And also some leftover stuff from past lives as well. I do want you to know that as well. So it's not that you just have bad luck. It's not that, you know, oh, I just always attract assholes, you know, that kind of energy. It's that there was this thing that you needed to stop and to pause and to self-reflect, more so than reflecting on who they were and judging them and saying, oh, they're just a terrible person, and then on to the next, oh, they're just a terrible person, on to the next. And I'm not saying that you were a terrible person, but I am saying that, you know, at some point we do have to have that self-reflection on ourselves, at least to the point of, well, why am I even letting these people get to the point that I am called, that they are my boyfriend or my girlfriend, or that I am getting married to them, when they're assholes? Like, why? You know, if I would give it the time, or if I would kind of uh, tear away that mask of needing to be loved, or needing to be accepted, or needing to rush into relationships, or whatever it is for you, right? I can see that if I choose to take the time to really heal myself, I won't be so attracted to these toxic people. I won't be so, they just won't have the same appeal that they used to. They just won't have that, and they will come into your life and reject you pretty quickly, and you'll be like, good, you're an asshole, get out of my life, right? Like, I'm fine with that. You don't want to be with me, I'm fine with that, right? Yeah, and it's not about holding on, and it's not about holding on to that rejection. It's seeing that rejection as protection, right? And being careful who you build these bonds with. Yeah, because I see in the past that for some of you, this doesn't have to apply, but I see that for some of you, you really quickly allowed relationships or friendships, or like you developed these really quick bonds. You could have been trauma bonding with people that dealt with some childhood or dealt with issues like you, or you could have been really quickly bonding specifically in love with people because you felt this really need for acceptance, or this need that's like, oh, well, a toxic relationship is better than being alone. Getting some kind of toxic form of love is better than nothing, that kind of energy. And I think it's definitely something inside of you that you definitely are healing. You are healing, yeah. And there's that sun card, right? That is being illuminated to you, that it's like, okay, yes, those people were choosing to be assholes. Yes, there was nothing ever inside of you that made it justified for the people to treat you the way that they did. And I'm not saying that you having this need to heal was a justification, or made it okay for these people to use you or abuse you or lie to you or cheat on you or any of the terrible things that they did to you, right? No, I'm not saying that it's okay, but I am saying that Spirit brought those people into your life so that you could see you are worth more than this. They are too. That's why you were brought into their life, so that they could see that they shouldn't treat people the way that they treated you. But, exactly. It was about you going inside and finding that illumination inside yourself, right? Going inside, taking the time to remove your mask, to let down your ego, and to really self-examine and to really self-analyze in a way that because a lot of the time when we are in that process, our ego fights against it, like, oh, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about the fact that maybe something inside of me needed to be healed, and that's why I was attracting all these people that hurt me. Like, that sucks. But there comes a point in our time when we want to say, oh, you would like attracts like, you attract the energy that you are. And people want to claim that when it's good things happening to them. But when it's shitty stuff, when it's assholes, when it's narcissists, when it's cheaters, they don't want to claim that shit because they're like, that has nothing to do with me. It has something to do with you. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal it so that you don't have to deal with it anymore. My camera is struggling to stay focused today. And maybe that's kind of part of it. It's kind of like you struggle to really, it's like every time you would get close to it, your ego would be like, no, 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 it's about that. No, it's about this. No, it's about that. No, it's about this. It's not about that, yeah. But like I said earlier, this hangman energy has come in here around you so that you can see the truth, so that you can be illuminated to a different perspective. You had to go through these death moments to have this full transformation, to have this enlightenment, on your soul. Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up. And again, like I said, relation 92, which is a new successful partnership is coming, creative art, self-made business, or spiritual-based profession. Let go of past losses to make way for abundance and personal fulfillment. Like, absolutely, and then Archangel Gabriel is coming out again for this Judgment card. So that those two cards kind of really are reminding me of this Ace of Cups and this Judgment card. Like, finding that new successful partnership, finding those new successful relationships in your life that are based on your new healthy, more healed, more loving, more self-accepting energy, and less on the need to have a partnership or the need to feel accepted, right? Protection again, right? Yeah, so listen closely, right? Listen closely. Um, there is this message of hope, or this Ten of Cups energy. It will come to you, right? Your wish fulfillment is on the way. But it just takes time for these things to align, And it takes time for you to allow and for things to ground. This earth magic here, grounding, especially with these King and Queen of Pentacles here. 583, you are making positive changes. This is bringing you closer to your angels and ascendant masters. So absolutely, you are getting closer to your spirit team. They're getting closer to you. You're developing those relationships. 318, listen to your inner wisdom and divine guidance. Your prayers and positivity are leading you to financial success and abundance. Your needs will be met. Right? We said that earlier. And again, there's the 1819 again. Okay, right? With this, the dawn of a new age. Right? I love how Spirit always brings it back around and usually ends it exactly where we began. I love that. So it's this very cyclical feeling. It's like this new cycle is coming up here. 92 came out again with the new successful partnerships, relationships. And I definitely feel like this new successful partnership is also a new successful relationship and partnership with yourself, right? A new feeling, like the way you feel about yourself, the way you see yourself, what you think you're capable of, what you think that you're worth, you know, is changing. This big subconscious feeling of what you're worth, what you're capable of, what you can achieve, what you deserve to have is changing because of you breaking away from this negativity, this karmic cycles of your past, right? One last card, please, to close the reading, please, Spirit. Oh, well, we'll get two. That's fine. 505. The changes that are happening now will usher in new opportunities in your life. Embrace your new beginning. So absolutely. So the changes that are happening in your life right now are so necessary. Just try to have grace and understanding through what's happening in your life. And I know sometimes it can be really hard because those changes can manifest in a lot of ways that really break up our stability. And I know it can be hard when, you know, if you're losing a job or losing homes or losing friends or families or connections, you can be like, how is this supposed to be helping me feel more stable? It's on the other side of it, right? And 4572, angel number 4572, that's that relationships and hobbies. Exactly. Inaction does not equal patience. Stop waiting on the perfect time. It doesn't exist. Do something now before your time passes. Stop wasting yourself. Exactly. So Spirit's overall thing is saying, stop waiting for the perfect relationship. Stop waiting for that perfect time. Go ahead and build the life that you want to exist now. You know, start writing down your goals. You know, if you want to move across the country, or you want to get that new job, or you want to start a business, or you want to expand, or you want to go back to school, or you, whatever it is, right, whatever it is that you're being guided, that you're being pulled towards, like we talked about earlier, Spirit is saying, set those goals, set those intentions, set those manifestations, put it into work, and be achieving things, you know, every day, every other day. You know, have weekly goals of, how did I get closer to what I am trying to build for myself this week? Have those weekly reflections, have those, or daily reflections, you know, whatever you're being drawn to, you know, whatever you have the time for. I don't know your life, you know, because there's a lot going on with, you know, kids and bills and relationships and all kinds of things, right? But you need to be setting those goals, and you need to be reaching them, because, and you need to sit down and really ask yourself, what are the steps to get to this, to get to this place that I really want to be in. Start researching, start taking notes, start saving the money, start doing what you need to do now, right? And I feel like a lot of you are kind of in this energy of like, well, what is the next step? Where do I go next? There is a stillness that's coming, that is going to be coming over your life. This kind of stillness that's coming over now, that's really going to help you to expand and see. And it's gonna, and when you kind of relax, and when you stop searching for it so much, and when you start, you know, you kind of just allow it to, it's gonna come up, and it's gonna come in, and you're gonna be like, okay, there it is. And once you grab that thread, once you grab that piece, it's going to be so much easier to kind of, okay, this is my next step, and this is my next step, and this is my next step, and this is my next step. But there is a stillness that you need to allow yourself to be in right now. um, which is why Spirit might be taking away certain jobs or places or locations or people that were creating a lot of chaotic energy in your life. And Spirit is saying that, though it might, you know, they were creating chaos, and then them being, you know, pulled out from under your, pulled out of your life, or you being pulled out of their life is the more appropriate thing, might feel, you know, it might take you a little bit of time to emotionally or actually physically find your feet, or find that. But once you do, you know, you're going to kind of get that hint of it, and you're going to be like, okay, now here it is. I kind of feel my footing. Now I can actually grasp and climb and move towards the location that I really want to, or the, you know, the way that I want my life to look. That is coming. But Spirit is saying that there is a stillness that you're in right now, that, um, that you could be feeling very frustrated, and this frustration or this anger or this sadness could be stopping you from seeing the answers that are in front of you. But Spirit saying you need to embrace this stillness, or embrace this moment right now. Um, yeah, Okay, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you guys. As always, if you like the content, give it a like. If you like more to see more content like this, let me know in the comment section down below. All right, or if you have any suggestions for any readings or any pick-a cards or anything that you would ever be interested in us diving into, even topics for like let's talks and things like that, let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, we can definitely make it happen. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I hope this brought the love, light, and clarity that you were searching for. All right. Also, if you feel guided, please check out the links in the description box down below where you guys can get my decks that I make myself, as well as donate or tip to the channel if you feel so guided. Thank you to those who do. All right, and I will see you lovelies in the next one. All right, bye.